Good afternoon, everyone, and happy National Apprentice Day. So let me say this again. Happy National Apprentice Day. We are thrilled to have you with us today as we explore how registered tech apprenticeships are helping bridge talent gaps and build tomorrow's workforce today. My name is Babita Matelas, and I'm the program manager at TAGED. So I'll be guiding us through today's session before turning things over to our fantastic moderator. So, whether you are a student, educator, employer, or workforce partner, we welcome you. You are part of an important conversation about expanding access to opportunity and creating meaningful career pathways. But here are a few quick housekeeping notes before we begin. This session is being recorded and will be shared with all attendees. We do ask you to use the Q&A feature to submit your questions at any time, and we'll address them as many as we can toward the end. And of course, feel free to use the chat to introduce yourself. Tell us where you are from, where you're joining from, and what company. And most important of all, please be sure to keep your mic muted. So let's get ready to start. Today's webinar wouldn't be possible without our supporting sponsor, the Technical College System of Georgia, or known as TCSG. As part of Apprentice Georgia, TCSG is developing and expanding registered apprenticeship programs across the state. We are so grateful for their commitment to workforce development and to helping more companies gain access to this powerful talent pipeline. So what do we have in store for you today? A live panel discussion with industry experts and apprenticeship participants, a live Q&A session, highlights of upcoming TAG programs and offerings, and of course, what's a celebration without giveaways, right? You don't want to miss that at the end of the session. But because like I said, it's National Apprentice Day, so there's always a learning going on. So to get our minds working, let's kick off with today with two trivia questions in the spirit of learning. I want you to drop your answers in the chat. And of course, if you get both of them right, I'm giving you full bragging rights for today. So if we're ready, question one, don't forget, drop your answers in the chat. Question one, how can employers use apprenticeships to expand access to career opportunities for individuals from underrepresented or overlooked backgrounds? I know, the Jeopardy sound. Which I'm sure is going through everybody's mind. All right. And then question number two, I'll come back to the answer. Question number two, why are registered tech apprenticeships considered a learn and earn model? So question one, how can employers use apprenticeships to expand access to career opportunities for individuals from underrepresented or overlooked backgrounds? Is it A, limiting eligibility, B, focusing only on college graduates, or C, developing talent pipelines that welcome a wide range of learners and career seekers? So if you answered C to the first question, you are correct. And in question two, why are registered tech apprenticeships considered a learn and earn model? They require a full-time school enrollment, which is A. Apprentices volunteer without pay, B. Or C. Apprentices earn a wage while receiving structured on-the-job training and mentorship. Again, the answer is C as well. If you got both of them right, like I said, go ahead, give yourself a pat on the back, and you can go around and say, I have full bragging rights that I've aced the trivia questions for TAGED. All right, moving on. So what is the Registered Tech Apprenticeship Program here at TAGED? We launched this initiative in March of 2024 to provide a clear step-by-step path to high-demand tech jobs, helping companies address digital skill shortages with real solutions. Here's what set us apart. 1,000 to 2,000 hours of on-the-job training. You receive a DOL certificate of completion at the end of program. There is no college degree or prior tech experience required. No cost to the apprentice or employer for technical training. 92% of participants are from underrepresented backgrounds. Most importantly, these jobs are with the intent to hire and retain. So that's what sets us apart for our registered tech apprenticeship. And we're going to be learning more about that. Now, I am honored to introduce our moderator for today's discussion, Sherry Sims, Managing Director at Perscholas Atlanta. Sherry and her team help launch over 200 IT careers every year through skill-based training. Her impressive career includes 30 plus years in IT with roles like program manager at Deloitte Consulting and leadership council co-chair at Posse Atlanta. She holds a computer science degree from the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign, and she currently lives in Atlanta with her family. Sherry, thank you for joining us. Over to you. And of course, happy National Apprentice Day.
Hey, National Apprentice Day, Babita. Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. I'm so thrilled to be with you here today to moderate this conversation around apprenticeships. It is a great day, and we want to talk about apprenticeships because they're more than just internships. They're career building opportunities that combine real world experience and hands-on learning. Today, you'll hear from people directly uh, related to apprenticeships, those who are living apprentices, employer partners, and program leaders who are helping shape the future of the workforce. Joining us on today's panel, we have Dr. Loretta Daniels. Dr. Daniels is an expert in organizational leadership, strategic equity, and inclusion, conflict management, communication, and leadership coaching. In addition, she specializes in cultural competency. As an executive leader in the corporate arena, Dr. Daniels has served in executive leadership roles such as Chief Operations Officer, Vice President of Sales and Marketing, Executive Director of Sales Operations, and General Manager. In addition, she's written corporate training manuals, such as Leading by Example and Fast Track to Excellence. As the former executive director of corporate relations of Kennesaw State University, she worked with medium and large organizations to define and deliver leadership growth certificate programs designed to align with the company's vision and objectives. Dr. Daniels currently serves as the executive director of the Technical Association of Georgia's TAG Education Collaborative, where she partners with different corporations. Give it up for Dr. Daniels virtually, please. We're going to use our virtual claps. Fantastic. We also have Ms. Onisha Freeman Rojales, the Digital Connectivity Manager for the Georgia Technology Authority. She's a Georgia native and a leader in digital inclusion with over 20 years of experience in the technology industry. As the Digital Connectivity Manager at GTA, she plays a key role in the broadband team. She's leading efforts to ensure all Georgians have equitable access to technology, regardless of their location or economic status. She began her career as a technical support analyst in fintech and has since focused on closing the digital divide. Her work helps organizations design tech-enabled programs and lead community-driven initiatives that expand access and improve outcomes. With experience spanning technology, policy, and social impact, she brings valuable insight into bridging digital gaps. A dedicated leader, Army Reserves veteran, and MBA candidate at the University of Georgia, Onisha is known for fostering connection between people, resources, and ideas. She believes that when technology is shaped by community voices, it unlocks lasting economic opportunities. Let's give a little quick hand clap, virtual hand clap for Ms. Onisha Freeman Rojales. Next, we have Kaylee Hickman. Kaylee is an accomplished people business partner, currently supporting the product and development, IT and operations, marketing, FP&A, and COE teams at QGenda LLC. With a versatile work background, Kaylee is passionate about creating best-in-class HR partnerships and supporting career development. QGenda is one of the TAG apprenticeship partners. So let's give it up for Haley. Next, we have Nikki Daniels, who's a IT support specialist and registered tech apprentice at QGenda. Nikki began her apprenticeship with QGenda in August of 2024. After a career sabbatical, Leveraging nearly 10 years of experience in public health and growing a passion for technology, her journey into tech started with an internship at Perscolas Atlanta in 2022. There, she earned her CompTIA A+ certification and built valuable connections. Nikki is the first Atlanta-based apprentice selected for Tag Ed. Let's give it up for Nikki and all of our panelists. We're going to spend the next few minutes in discussion, and we are going to then open up for questions. So please continue to put your own name and company into the chat. But if you have questions, please put those into the chat as well, and we will get to those after our panel discussion. Let's get started. I'd like to start with you, Dr. Daniels. If you would, tell us what is a registered tech apprenticeship program and how does it differ from an internship program?
Thanks for the question, Sherry, and thanks for everyone who's on the call. I'd like to welcome you. Uh, it's really important to understand there is a distinct difference. A registered tech apprenticeship program is not an internship program at all. It is an employment program. And so it is a structured program that's developed by the Department of Labor. This is a program that allows anyone to be able to go in and change a career. So, as an example, if you have a degree, a college degree, or if you don't have a college degree, you are still eligible to become an apprentice, a tech apprentice. All we ask that you are able to pass an assessment. This is an assessment that's an aptitude test, basically to make sure that you have the aptitude to pass a course. And these courses are courses that are going to get you into high in demand careers like cybersecurity, IT support, software developer, other positions. And so the difference is with an apprenticeship program, you're selected. We speak with an employer who's looking to fill these positions. They have openings. So they interview you as well, determine if they would want to hire you. They actually hire you before you go into training. Once you are hired, you go into the technical training where you are studying to become a cybersecurity analyst. You get your certificate, and then you start work, full-time employment with full benefits. Again, you are an employee. You go through the training program for the technology, but then you go through the on-the-job training for a year with the employer. At the end of this time, then you are graduated and you will start at an apprenticeship wage, but in at a full market salary for that particular position. So we have individuals going from $30,000 to $70,000, $80,000, $90,000 in their career. It's an excellent opportunity. An internship program is basically for college students who are exploring opportunities for careers. And so they are not employed by the company as a full-time employee. So again, it's a huge difference. As an apprentice, a registered tech apprentice, you not only get a certificate from the industry for the cybersecurity or software developer, you also get a certificate from the Department of Labor as a registered apprentice. So that is the difference. Very important to know. These are individuals who typically are from 21 to 50 years old and transitioning from careers, not college students.
Fantastic. Thank you, Dr. Daniels. So you mentioned that the employers are already looking for people. So Kaylee, let me ask you, what skill gaps were you trying to address at QGenda, and how has the apprenticeship program helped?
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you so much for the introduction. And it is a pleasure to be on this panel today. I think at QGenda, we had multiple different apprenticeships open. And so the skill gap really varied of what we were needing. We have some incredible talent at QGenda that we were just wanting to be able to free up some of their bandwidth to think at a much higher level. That we needed to work on some operation stuff with them. They needed to be able to focus on that. And so bringing in an apprentice We really wanted to focus on somebody that had a diverse background, whether that be from previous employment or education, wherever they were coming from, that had a skill set that we could tap into to fill that need, but also level up the team. I mean, they're coming from possibly not industry, not necessarily the role that they're going to fill, but they've earned these credentials and can help the team think differently and more strategically while filling that bandwidth gap that we needed them to fill. So, looking for lots of different skills, but it was really much more about a personality fit. Is someone coachable? Is someone teachable? Can we grow them into the professional that they want to be while filling the gap that we have?
Fantastic. Thank you. So, Nikki, the coachable and teachable one, I understand that you are well into your your apprenticeship now. How has the tech apprenticeship helped you enhance the development of your technical skills and career?
Absolutely. So, from day one, I approached the apprenticeship with a learner's mindset. So, I had a clear goal to absorb as much as possible and contribute meaningfully to the team. And I think I've accomplished that in this time. Uh, in the first 6 months of my apprenticeship, I was able to become proficient in the over 40 plus platforms and systems that my team utilizes. So I was able to gain that hands-on experience in onboarding, offboarding, change management, mobile device management. I mean, the list goes on of things that we do for internal help desk support here. So this exposure not only accelerated my technical skills, but it also gave me a deeper understanding of how IT support drives the business in general. This apprenticeship has turned my thoughts about this field into an invaluable experience. And I see nothing but career growth from here.
Awesome. That's awesome. I'm listening to you talk about the 40 plus systems and all the skills you gained. Onisha, let's talk about what initiatives GTA has implemented to promote the adoption of tech upskilling and reskilling among employers in Georgia.
Yes, thank you so much. So, the Georgia Technology Authority, we we recognize that Georgia's economy is rapidly evolving, especially when you look at emerging technologies like artificial intelligence and many others that's reshaping our industries. And to support this transformation, one thing that we are doing is we are preparing to launch our digital connectivity capacity grant program. And this will strategically provide funding to organizations that are already active in, say, for an example, skills training, cybersecurity, workforce development, and really help to support those organizations because Georgians need they need to acquire these in-demand skills so that they can get those high quality and well-paying jobs. And so, I think our part in our play here is to make sure that we can fill in some of those support gaps that might exist so that we can support the scaling up of programs like this one and many others. And there's because we really do need to make sure that we look at the current workforce shortages and prepare our communities for the economic growth and prepare our community members for that social advancement. And we need sometimes the shortest path to that. And that's why I love apprenticeship programs because they do provide those adult learners, those folks that are looking to pivot in their career path in their careers, those folks that are looking for maybe a new skill to be able to jump in and get to get to that goal in a shorter amount of time. And so again, we are really playing that role of empowering the local organizations to help to meet these critical workforce needs and promote those programs, promote credentialing, and promote that targeted training that's aligned with the industry, with what the industry is demanding.
Fantastic. That's amazing. Um, you're talking about being able to benefit not just the folks, but the not the just the apprentices, but the whole of Georgia and the employers. Dr. Daniels, can you tell me a little bit more about the key benefits of apprenticeships for both employers and apprentices, since you are the designer of Tag Ed's registered tech apprenticeship program?
Sure, happy to. The benefits for those who are going to be apprentices is that you have a life-changing experience. Now you have an opportunity, and it's tuition free for you to be able to change careers, to enter into a tech field that maybe you couldn't enter into because you didn't have a tech degree. And so you get the benefit of not only learning um, this new tech skill, getting this new credential. So many employers have waived the degree requirement. So if you don't have a high school degree, some companies are still willing to hire you as long as you go through this tech training. And so you get an opportunity to advance your career, as I said earlier, to increase your income. But now you also have mentorship. Once you're on the job, you're not just thrown out there. You will learn their culture. You will learn how to be successful. Our team, our program managers will work with you as well to make sure things are going well with you and your training. And you have employment security. The good thing about this kind of job is apprentices are likely to stay with companies. So it's 88% retention rate. And so for the employers, it cuts the cost of hiring by 30%. It's a lot more cost effective to hire a professional versus someone who's coming directly out of college who may be with the company 1 or 2 years before they advance. But like I said, the retention rate for apprentices, very high, 88%. And so the benefit here is there will not be enough college graduates with tech degrees to fill these positions. Within the next, probably, I think it's targeted for 2030, there's going to be over 300 million jobs globally created. And there's just not enough standard traditional talent to fill these jobs. So employers will have to go through these non-traditional methods. And as you can see with the retention rate, they're getting some great employees.
That is absolutely amazing. I didn't realize that those numbers were as impressive as they are. So, Kaylee, QGenda is really taking advantage of this opportunity to have apprentices. So, what kind of training and mentorship are you providing to them?
Yeah, so I alluded to it a little bit in my previous answer, but I think one of the things that we focused on as an employer to not only give Nikki the best experience, but to also have the best employer experience is to not treat this like an internship. We're bringing in people like we've talked about that have a background in some form of work. Maybe it's similar, maybe it's not. And so partnering them with our employees who have a significant amount of tenure, anywhere from 7 years to we have a couple managers that have close to 25 years. And so it allows them to tap into their expertise of their learning from somebody who's maybe been in multiple companies, been in multiple different roles, use technology in different ways to learn from them and creating that really engaging learning plan of not only do we get to tap into those skills that Nikki had from her previous life to help move the team and the business forward, but we're able to take the skills and the knowledge that our employees have and provide that back to her of, this is why we operate in the environment that we operate in and why we use the systems and technologies that we do. Here's everything I know about it. So not only are we pouring back into Nikki, but she's also has given us so much wisdom and information from her previous life as well. And so I think we tried to be very strategic as an employer of prior to bringing in our apprentices, of thinking through their learning and development plan so that both parties receive exactly what they need. And I will say QGenda has received more than we could have thought of with Nikki. She's been an incredible addition to the team. So I think that was one of the strategies that we used, is not thinking about, oh, we'll just have them for the 12 months, or they're just in college exploring it. They're kind of half checked out, half engaged, just getting through this for something to entertain them for the summer. It was, this is a true employee that has a lot of skills and knowledge to bring to the table. How can we utilize that, and what can we give back? So that way, at the end of the 12 months, hopefully we have a full-time employee that now knows our systems. So we kind of got through that initial training period. We know if they fit in with our culture, and we know that they can be successful as now a full-time employee with our company.
Fantastic. Now, for everyone that's on, just in full transparency, Nikki Daniels is someone I know because she came through the Perscolas program. And Nikki, I know you had a lot of experience already with work, as Kaylee mentioned. So tell me, Nikki, what made you decide to choose to just go and pursue a tech certificate instead of trying to go back to school and get a college degree?
Absolutely. So when I began my career, fresh out of college, I jumped directly into a public health apprenticeship. So even before pursuing all of this, I already understood the real world value that apprenticeships offer. They give you that practical experience, the opportunity for mentorship, and the ability to learn while you grow in the whatever field you're stepping into. So after taking a bit of a career sabbatical, I took some time to reflect on what skills I had from my previous employment and where my passion lied. And I realized that technology was a field where I could combine my prior experience with my current mindset. So I also wanted to pursue a tech degree, but I took stock of how long it could possibly take. It can potentially take years sometimes, depending on your program. And I really wanted that hands-on immediacy. I really wanted to just jump right in and learn and grow right away. So I chose to pursue a tech certificate with Perscolas, and that worked out wonderfully for me. I was able to meet some incredible people. I was able to um, grow my network, which led to being linked with Tag Ed and Apprenti, and ultimately with QGenda. So it gave me a faster and more focused way to build my technical skills and immediately be able to apply them on the job. So for me, it was really a no-brainer.
Awesome. Awesome. And so it's interesting to hear that you'd already done an apprenticeship and now you're doing one that you're moving into tech, and being able to do one right outside of college or outside of a technical certification. Onisha, I'd like to talk a little bit about how GTA can collaborate with higher education institutions to introduce students to TAG's tech apprenticeship program as a career pathway for non-tech degree students.
Yes, thank you for that question. One of the things I just want to kind of highlight is that nationally, 92% of jobs require digital skills, but approximately about 1/3 of the US workers are really lack that foundational digital proficiency. And then when you start to look at like, these advanced emerging tech worlds, it's very, very disruptive. And so to the tune of 44% of worker skills in the next 5 years. So programs like this are essential when you look at how government, industry, and higher education can really, really work together to almost streamline the process for getting recruiting and upskilling and getting folks right to work. So I think that state agencies in particular can play a pivotal role because part of it is we have the access to a lot of community members. They're coming looking for support in various ways, and we can work with organizations like our Technical College System of Georgia, which GTA already partners with, our state HBCUs and other universities, our workforce nonprofits, to really do one thing is, building frameworks and looking at ways to collaborate in relation to pathways. Also, looking at ways that just we can, sort of integrate our programs and do referrals for each other. So I talked about those foundational digital skills, and a lot of those skills is something that, employers may want the people to already have. So if you think about those nonprofit organizations or community-based organizations that might be helping people get those foundational skills that then can be a referral system to a program like Perscola or another program within the Technical College System of Georgia. And then that leads right into, so we're sort of scaffolding our community members that are looking to advance in their careers to be ready for those apprenticeship programs and other employment opportunities. And so I think that, our role is to continue to promote and advocate for the expanded awareness of programs, specifically apprenticeship programs and other workforce development programs, and think about and support the accessibility of these programs, and continue to highlight the value of the skilling of digital skills and technology advancement skills in particular across the professional fields.
Awesome. Awesome. It's an amazing need that we have here. I didn't realize how many people, I guess we know that not everybody's not really ready for the workforce, and the workforce is changing so quickly with AI, et cetera. So we really need to make sure that our people are prepared. So I'm going to ask you, Kaylee, what advice would you give to employers considering hiring a tech apprentice for the first time? What are the things to look out for? What are the things they should be looking for?
Yeah, I think the biggest recommendation that I have for an employer is to prepare, to leverage your HR team with your management team to decide what you need, what you truly need, and then develop a learning plan for the apprentice. So that way they can be successful, but also the work that you need them to accomplish can be done. So work together, partner. If you're a manager, partner with your HR team. If you're an HR partner, partner with your management team so that you're filling the correct gap, and not just filling what you think you should fill so that you have an apprentice. And then leverage the team that you see here. I think I had so many conversations with Babita and Dr. Daniels over what we were looking for, whether it be culture-wise, technical skills, how we wanted to interview, what questions we wanted answered in an interview, and things like that, and really just exploring what all is out there and what all is possible. So do as much preparation as you can on your end with your organization to see what fits, because I think there's a huge opportunity here to develop a really healthy pipeline of talent. And so if you can get it right and start that succession planning of how we're going to fill these roles, how we're going to develop people from the beginning, it's incredibly helpful. So do your preparation on your side and then ask the questions. I am so grateful that they answered all of mine and all of ours to make sure that we had the right fit in here. And yeah, I really think it all comes down to just preparation and asking the questions. But the apprenticeship pipeline has been so successful for us because I think of those couple things that we did at the beginning.
I love that. I love that you're so thoughtful, and QGenda was so thoughtful about making sure that they were ready to not just have someone come in for a little while, but moving that thought of how we're going to bring somebody into our company long term and make sure that they have all of the things that they're ready for. Dr. Daniels. Kaylee talked about all of the questions she had for you. Can you talk to us a little bit about the process? If I wanted to start the process of becoming a registered tech apprenticeship host, how would I do that?
Yeah, it would start by just giving us a call, reaching out to Babita, reaching out to Evelyn. What what they really should do is a lot of what Kaylee did. When they're taking a look at their positions again, step away from internship. When they're looking for, here are the number of positions that we have that we're going to be hiring. So it needs to be predictive. You know, we need 5 new cybersecurity analysts or whatever within the next 3 months or 6 months. This gives you an opportunity to plan, to determine, okay, here's the type of person we need, here are the job descriptions, here's the growth that we need. And that process, we're able to customize it for the employer. That's what's important. You can not only have someone who's going to be trained the way you want them to be trained, they'll get those technical responsibilities, but that job responsibilities, there's a checkpoint every 3 months or more to say, here, this particular employee is doing exactly what we need them to do. So the first one is to look and say, here, we know that we've had a struggle. Some companies have had struggles with retention rates. Attrition is high. And so to take a look at your statistics, take a look at your positions, give us a call, let us know what you're looking for, and we can help to design that program for you. It's not cookie cutter. It's designed so that it works for you.
And that it's amazing to hear that Tag Ed is really just doing a consultative process to help the workforce development and working with the organization to make sure they have exactly what they need. I'd like to close us out for these set of questions with some advice from Nikki. Nikki, can you give some advice to anyone who is considering a tech apprenticeship?
Certainly. So, for anyone who's thinking about undertaking this journey into apprenticeship, I would say there is so much opportunity in the field right now. The key is to start with a clear goal. You need to find your niche and build your network. Ultimately, you need to stay committed to learning because the field is changing rapidly, daily. There's always something new to learn, always a new skill, always a new product. So just stay on top of being curious and um, making sure that you have a plan for how you want to upskill or how you want to pursue new knowledge. You don't have to be perfect or have it all figured out from day one, but you do need to just remember that you're never too anything to start over. You're never too old, too late, too inexperienced. You have time, you have opportunity. You just need to step out and try. I'm living proof that with the right mindset and determination and the right team behind you, you can succeed in this field. So anyone who's looking for that opportunity or you're considering it, and I have an open door. I'm perfectly willing to speak to my experience and help you in any way possible. Definitely, if you're considering it, do it.
Just do it. That's awesome, Nikki. So we're going to pivot just a little bit and see if we have any questions from the audience. For those of you who are online, if you would just send out a question in the chat. There's a couple of questions that I wanted to ask the audience, and you can either raise your hand virtually and then we will allow you to unmute, or you can put an answer in the chat. I'd like to just really ask some simple questions about where we see the future of tech. That's the biggest one, I think. Where do you see the future of registered tech apprenticeships evolving in your industry? I see we have a lot of people here that are from education. We have some people who are cybersecurity folks. Do we see that there's going to be a need? Any feedback? Also have a question here about the tech skills that we think are most in demand for apprenticeships. And someone answered agile, which I thought was really interesting. Justin, did you want to come off mic and talk a little bit about why you think agile is the new in-demand thing?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
So the reason why I said agile is because, well, more so project management skills in general, because I feel like we're headed to a time where AI is becoming more common, right? Which means that we're going to be facing more issues within the tech world. And in order to solve an issue, everybody needs to be on the same page on the steps to, a methodology on solving the issue.
Fantastic. Thank you for sharing.
Of
Thank you so
course.
much. Anyone else have some insights as to what technologies we see coming up?
Is it a question for the audience or for the panel? Just for the audience.
The panel can answer as well.
What I'd like to make sure that everyone's aware of, in all tech fields and training, AI is really important. Because AI is going to be a part of every job. And there are four industries that are going to be affected by AI, and the automated jobs. We're looking at manufacturing jobs, retail jobs, customer service, and transportation. So whatever tech training you have, make sure that you have that AI component involved in your training. Some of the most positions that are going to be more high in demand will be your software developer, your data engineer, cybersecurity, positions like that. And one of the things that you can do when you're selecting your training and being prepared is you can be a healthcare worker, but have specific IT training, AI training that's going to make you more marketable. So think about your current career, thinking about, the career that you want to get into in technology, and make sure you're carving out a niche for yourself so that you're more marketable. But do make sure that you're incorporating AI training in all that you do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We've got to stay curious about all the new things. Dr. Daniels, there's another question here that I think is the right one for you. Shanique Cousins is asking, how competitive is it to get an apprenticeship? How many people actually secure apprenticeships out of the number that apply?
It all depends on our employers. What we as long as we've got the demand for positions, what we do is we look at those individuals who are most likely, look at their assessment scores. We look at their resumes, and it doesn't have to have a tech background resume, but we just look for stability. We look for those who have, been excellent employees, and we will fill it based on employers. So if we have 10 positions, we have about 1,200, individuals who are in the pipeline. We streamline that down. So your chances are really just based on the number of employer opportunities that we have. That's why it's very important. Registered tech apprenticeship is very new to Georgia. We are the first ones and the only ones in the Southeast. And so our goal is to increase our employer partnerships so that we can help them to solve their employer needs for their talent pipeline and help you all to get the jobs that you need.
And Dr. Daniels, I thought I heard you say that there's no cost to the apprentice and no cost to the employer. Is that right?
We try to make sure that there is never a cost for the apprentice. The only cost for the employer is the placement cost for the employer. There's no training costs. Typically, they would have to train someone to upskill or reskill if they want to hire someone, but we take care of all those training costs. Or we partner with those who have already doing it so as well.
So let's ask those employers that are online and what resources would be most helpful to you in hiring registered tech apprenticeships or what might be some of the barriers that you might be having to starting a program at your company? So I know from working for Scholars, we work with a lot of hiring partners. And actually, I know that people are starting to move a little bit further away from the internship model and wanting to work more on apprenticeships because they want to spend more time with the person, be able to make sure that they're onboarding them and not just giving them an experience for the summer. I think it might add more value to the employer. I think one of the things that's a big barrier is this: many people don't know that TAG has this apprenticeship program where they can consult with you and help you develop and prepare. I'm excited about this program and this talk that we're having today because it's really been helpful in making sure that more people are aware of what we have going on. Did anyone else have any questions before we close out? Questions for our panelists? So I want to go ahead and say thank you to all of our panelists. Thank you for the engaging conversation, for the insights. I'd like to really encourage all of the employers who are online to at least start the conversation. If you know that your predictive analytics are showing that you're going to be hiring sometime soon, reach out to the team and really look to see what resources might be available, not just from Tag Ed, but from Georgia Technology Association, excuse me, Georgia Technology Authority, et cetera. And we want to make sure that you have everything you need to be able to get as qualified a talent as you can. I'm going to turn it back over now to Bavita.
Jerry, thank you so much. And thank you to all of our incredible panelists for such an insightful discussion. And to our audience, please don't be shy. I promise not to bite. Go ahead, keep, even if you're afraid of asking the questions on camera, you can email those to me as well. We'll make sure that our panelists here get a chance to answer your questions. But there are a few key takeaways that I want and opportunities for you to connect with us further in terms of, we're talking about our registered tech apprenticeship and why you should partner with us. You've heard Dr. Loretta mention in terms of you have access to a skilled and diverse talent pool. We help you design custom apprenticeship programs that is based on your employer needs. And the other thing is we provide support for recruitment, training, and program management. The only thing you have to do is to focus on the mentoring of that apprentice. And then we do all the heavy lifting for you. So definitely definitely reach out, and we're happy to come and talk to your team, your HR team, or you can reach out to us. My phone number, and I'll make, it's right there on your screen. So definitely reach out to me. We want to be able to help you. But the thing is, there's more. The apprenticeship is not the only way that you can engage. That we're also helping you fill in your talent pipeline, right? We have our AI resume database and job board, where companies can post open roles and get matched with qualified candidates automatically. And also, if you are a TAG member, if your company is a TAG member, they get a discount in order to be able to access this. And there's a QR code on the screen. So I definitely encourage you, employers, where if you are trying to fill in certain roles, definitely reach out to us. We can definitely post it on our resume database. What else? How else can we? We're talking about helping and creating that pipeline. But at the same time, we're also making sure that your current leadership gets training, right? We can support your current staff with leadership training. We have our IT executives playbook. This is a 6-course virtual certificate program, which is perfect for current or emerging tech leaders. So I definitely encourage you guys to really sign up for it. The course is amazing. So definitely sign up for that. And again, you have the QR code. What else? And as they say, but wait, there's more, right? We have our succession planning certificate, and Kaylee is one of our cohort on that course, right? It's a 4-month program which helps companies prepare their internal teams for the future. You've heard Dr. Loretta mention that a little bit about having that succession plan, making sure you know what the role is before you bring somebody in. So we help you with that. Like I said, it's a 4-month program which help companies prepare their internal team for the future. It's 8 interactive session. And in addition, if by any chance we can also customize it for your company. See, that's a good thing about it. We make sure every program we have can be customizable for your own needs. It's not a cookie cutter, as you've heard. So again, more details on our website. So like I said, IT executive playbook, the succession plan, our resume database, and of course our registered tech apprenticeship. These are ways that we are helping you fill in your talent pipeline. So definitely take advantage of those things. As we say, you can't have a celebration without gifts. I couldn't give you too many gifts, but I'm giving you an opportunity to get some gifts for me. And don't go around telling everybody I'm giving things out, right? So what we're going to do, and to thank you for being part of our National Day celebration today, we're giving away 5 free tickets to the 2025 Apprentice National Workforce Summit. And that's going to be taking place here in Atlanta. It is going to be their first time here in Atlanta. And the thing is, we're giving you admission, right? You have the opportunity to be part of that summit. So all you have to do, see, I give, you give. I give, you give, right? So all you have to do is to complete the webinar survey, and you can scan the code, scan the QR code that you see on the screen. And not only the thing about the survey is really so we can help you. We want to know what are the gaps that you do, what are the gaps that you want to try to fill for your role. So we want to be able to help you, even if you don't want to be part of the raffle. We still want you to fill out the survey. So I encourage you to please do that. So on behalf of the tag team board and all of our staff, I want to thank each and every one of you for being here. To our panelists, Dr. Loretta, Onisha, Kaylee, and Nikki, and to our wonderful moderator, Sherry, thank you for sharing your insights. A special thanks again to TCSG for their sponsorship and continued commitment to growing apprenticeship opportunities here in Georgia. And of course, thank you to all of you, each of you, for being part of this session. I do want you guys to continue the conversation online, right? You can follow Tag Ed and also connect with me. If there are questions that you were afraid to ask, please go ahead and do so. You can email me, you can tag me on LinkedIn. I'll be more than happy to be able to help you out, because the goal is to make sure we are here for you. Tag Ed is here for you to be able to help you bridge that talent gap, and our resources is a good benefit for you. Again, thank you to each and every one of you. I do appreciate you all, and I wish you all a National Apprentice Day. So make sure you go around and tell everybody that. Happy National Apprentice Day. You guys have a wonderful day.
Hey, and for those of you who are still online, I do want to just quickly, Babita, let everyone know in the room, Tag Ed is partnering with IBM and Google this summer, and we will be offering scholarships for programs, for certificates, for AI training, for other industry certificates. You'll just have to enroll in the program. When it's open, we'll notify everyone that's here. This is a cohort-based program so that you're not out there on your own, but we do want to make sure that you are getting the skills that you need to advance. So stay in touch. Babita and Evelyn will let you know when those are ready, but we plan on educating Georgia. And so we hope that you'll be a part of that as well.
Most definitely. So definitely you've heard it here first. So like Dr. Loretta said, we're not leaving you out in the cold. We are giving you all the resources to make sure your company succeed, and also making sure those diverse talent that are out there tap into your company for their career. So again, thank you each and every one of you, and please have a wonderful afternoon.